For part 3, let's talk about screen resolution for your TV. What's a pixel? A pixel is a minute area of illumination on a display screen, one of many from which an image is composed. When it comes to screen resolution, we're referring to the number of pixels that make up an image on your screen. The image on your screen is built up from thousands or millions of pixels. The screen creates the image you see by changing the colors of these tiny square elements. The screen resolution tells you how many pixels your screen can display horizontally and vertically. As you can see, it becomes easier to make a circle with clear edges with the more pixels that you have. Basically, the more pixels, the higher the screen resolution and the crisper the images on your screen will be. One of my favorite paintings does a really good job of explaining the concept of pixels. So this famous painting by Georges Seurat, A Sunday Afternoon, if we zoom in on the monkey in the painting and we zoom in even closer and closer, we see that the artist used very tiny brush strokes and dots to create the image. This is called pointillism. And I think it does a good job in terms of kind of explaining pixels. Okay? Each pixel is illuminated, each pixel has its own color. And as you step further back from the painting or from the TV, the image appears. The closer you get, the more you can see the pixels on the screen. TVs today do a really good job of having a very high pixel rate. And it comes in these standards: standard definition, high definition, ultra high definition, 4K, 4K HDR, high dynamic range, and now even 8K. In this chart, you see the number of pixels within that TV. So as we get into the 4K range, 8 million, and now with 8K television, 33 million plus pixels. So we get a very crisp picture. This chart also does kind of a good job of explaining the cleaner, clearer image with the more pixels that you have. HD, 4K, and 8K. Okay, so let's sum things up. A TV's resolution defines how many pixels there are. For the most part, a higher resolution is better, but it doesn't mean a higher resolution TV is better than a lower resolution one. It just means you can see more detail. If you watch TV from a far distance, you may not notice the difference either between a 1080 pixel and a 4K TV or 4K or 8K TV, but close differences are easier to see when you sit up close. If you're buying a new TV in 2021, chances are you're going to get a 4K model. But keep in mind that a lot of the content out there, a lot of the movies that you might be watching might not come in 4K quality. In many cases, TVs are further ahead than the file formats available to you. So don't go out there and buy a 8K TV right now because there's not 8K material out there to watch.